Welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where in this episode we are going to check out the HyperPodium designed for the Nintendo Switch to allow you to use up to 4 different GameCube controllers right on your Switch. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Gary here with Rock Solid Productions, and before we get into this video too deep, I just want to take a second and say thank you for stopping by and checking out what we have going on here today. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you see here, I invite you to check out some of our other videos on the channel, including our entire playlist that we have dedicated just towards Hyperkin products. And if you want to stay the most informed and up to date with everything that we have going on here on the channel, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. That way every time we upload new content, you are kept the most informed and up to date. And what I want to know, behind me right now, I have Super Mario Sunshine playing on the GameCube. This is the GameCube version playing right here. I just want to know, it is a lot different than some of the other Mario games that are out there. Were you a fan? I've never really gotten into Mario Sunshine. I've enjoyed it, but I've just never taken that deep dive into it. I don't think that I had it back in the day with the GameCube, and I do have it now on the Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and obviously I do have it now for the GameCube as well. So several weeks ago, Hyperkin teased this guy here. They are calling it the HyperPodium, and it is designed to work with the stock Nintendo dock for the Nintendo Switch to allow you to use GameCube controllers right on your Switch. We actually teased this in a video of ours and let you know that it was coming. The folks at Hyperkin were kind enough to send us one of these to check out. I do want to thank them for sending us one of these. No, they are not reviewing this content before it goes live. Everything that you're hearing and seeing, my own thoughts, everything like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this, we're going to throw it on the bench, we're going to see how it works with the original dock, and I'm actually going to test it with some third-party docks as well. Come on, let's get started. So here we have the HyperPodium 4-port base for the GameCube controller on the bench. One of the things, where's the dog ear, guys? There's no dog ear on this box. It's kind of different for a Hyperkin product. On the back here, let's take a closer look. The HyperPodium 4-port base for the GameCube controllers, compatible with the Switch, compatible with up to 4 GameCube controllers for use on the Nintendo Switch, compatible with the official dock for the Switch, inserts quickly into dock, console docks easily on type of the HyperPodium, great for multiplayer sessions of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And then basically a line drawing of how it looks. Above and beyond that, that's pretty much all that is, so let's open it up. Got my old crusty X-Acto knife here because Tom from Do You Nerd stole my last one. Thanks, Tom. Make sure you check out Do You Nerd. Lacey's a saint for dealing with him. That's all I got to say about that. So you get the HyperPodium itself. You get a USB to USB-C cable. Live well, follow us on social media, Hyperkin Games on Facebook, at Hyperkin on Instagram, Twitter, Hyperkin Games on YouTube. Play well, thank you for your purchase and support. Well, again, we didn't purchase this, they supplied it for us at no charge. So thank you, Hyperkin, for sending us one to check out. So it's basically an H is what it looks like to me, or my original thought when I saw this, it reminded me of the Blaster Transformers toy from G1 Transformers. Little rubber feet here to keep it from sliding on and off the base. Will plug right into your base dock right there. Pretty simple and straightforward. So one of the things, we know it's going to work with the regular dock. I just want to see, this is their own N64 style dock here. It fits. Well, it lifts it off the ground ever so slightly. We'll have to see if it makes enough contact to allow, because this is basically just a pass-through. Yeah, because once I get, it falls out. I don't think that this will work, but this is all about the OEM Nintendo Switch dock, and granted mine has a different faceplate on it, but this is basically all that it is. It goes in, slides down into place, and there it is. And now your Switch will sit like so. It does actually have a pretty decent push down to get it to dock to the Podium, or the HyperPodium, we shall call it. And then I believe that this still needs power. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the side here. We'll connect a USB and a USB-C, and that should be all that it needs for this to play. Now looking at it, one last thing we're going to test here. I'm going to grab my wife's Switch Lite. I don't think you're going to have enough room here. Granted, you're going to block a lot of the screen, so I would not recommend this. You know, I'm not even going to test the Switch Lite on because of how much of the screen gets blocked. Wouldn't recommend it for the Switch Lite. So we are going to go ahead, hook this up, and test it out. Let's go. So I'm starting out here with my Indigo wired controller, and I'm going to go down. That's weird. We're going to change grip order. So it reads this as a USB controller at this point. And I'm going to play some Smash Brothers Ultimate. Now, I've admitted in the past I am not a great Smash Brothers player, so we'll see how it plays. Alright, let's dive into our fight here with Kirby, it looks like, against Mario. Ooh, got Mario pretty good there. Trying to see if I can't get him to, or I can absorb his energy. No, I died. All right, we'll try that one more time. It's one of those where, again, I'm not kidding. I am not an expert at Smash Brothers. So I will say the button presses and everything are very responsive. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary there. Using Mario's powers against him. Got him! Now, here is one thing I will point out. There's no home button on this. So how do I get back to the title screen? I don't know that I can. I think I have to actually... Yeah, I'm going to have to hit the home button on another controller, which makes this less convenient to use versus some of the other adapters out there that actually have a home button integrated into them. So I'm going to go ahead and I will save this, and we are going to go do some Mario Kart. So I went to try the Wavebird, and as you can see, the LED is not on, and that's one of the things that the Wavebird receiver kind of turns on and off as you enter and change inputs on it. And you can see in the lower left-hand corner of the screen how the controller pops on and off. I'm going to say not compatible with the Wavebird. So we are going to go back to our wired controller. Now with our wired controller hooked up, works just fine. Now I am using an extension now so I can sit back a little bit further, but we will go into Super Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Alright, let's see how the Mario Kart works. Decent start. I can definitely use the shoulder buttons to go ahead and do the slide. Actually, this feels really good. Oh, passed him on the outside and then got hit again. Yeah, we're doing okay here. Not great. Ooh, got hit again. I will say, coming over the that little jump there, it was not as precise to do the... oh no. Well, I'm not the leader, so I don't have to worry about it. Being able to do the hop and the flip and whatnot was not as accurate with this is what I'm used to with the Switch Pro controller. I mean, the fact that I'm missing a shoulder button, other than that, this feels pretty good. I mean, the analog stick is working. Oh no, 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 no. Oh. I mean, the analog stick is working exactly as it should be. The button presses are pretty accurate, except for that one instance I noticed. Come on, Roy, there you go. Had an interesting conversation, really, with a NASCAR driver talking about how he got into a wreck with another driver when he broke something. He broke traction. So overall, pretty good on Mario Kart. So next up, I've actually switched over, no pun intended, to the Hori Nintendo GameCube pad. And this is designed to give you kind of that Super Nintendo controller feel with the GameCube. This is great for doing like the Game Boy games through the Game Boy player. So what can we try on here? I think we're going to go, since we don't have Game Boy games, let's go to the NES. So again, because I only have the regular LNR in here, I can't go back. But I can go ahead and start a game, so we're going to play some Super Mario Brothers. I have been playing a ton of Super Mario 35th, and so I think my strategy needs to be a little bit different now here, playing the actual game. Yeah, I mean, this feels really, really good as just a regular controller and D-pad. for Super Mario Brothers. Now again, I'm going to grab another controller just so I can go ahead and hit that the ZLZR. So I'm going to go to Super Mario World, and we'll see how this plays. Oh, I don't like this. They changed the button layout. Oh! Okay, so B is jump, not run. So that's... okay, that sucked. Okay, so for this, the button layout on the controller is not right. But that has nothing to do with Hyperkin and anything that they've done here. Oh, this is tough, not being able to run and jump properly just because of the button placement. Ah, okay. That button layout, at least for this, doesn't quite work right. One thing I am going to try, though, fighters. Street Fighter on the Super NES controller was great. Can I play it as well using this? Let's test it out. So I honestly think I may have played Street Fighter on the Super Nintendo before I ever played it in the arcade. But that being said, I love the arcade version too. Between the Genesis and the Super NES version, I did actually prefer the control style on the Super NES, the shoulder buttons versus the 3x3. Personal preference there. Going against Zangief here. Oh yes. I'm able to pull off the moves without much of an issue. Look at that. Making it happen. I always loved the Super NES style controller for Street Fighter. It just felt so natural to me. He got me on the first hit. Yes, we got him with the Dragon Uppercut. It's one of those that I try to pull off all the time, and actually to pull it off as a move intentionally. Got him again. Spot on. Absolutely spot on. Last game we're going to try here now, we're going to go back to the regular GameCube controller and Super Mario 3D All-Stars with the GameCube controller. So you can do all the normal moves with FLUDD like you would want, which is good. Such a pretty game. Even the original one still on the GameCube, still a very pretty game. There's the C-stick left and right. So that's working as it should. Yeah, changing FLUDD's movement, not a problem from one to the next to the next. Yeah, I mean, this is... I can go slower, I can go fast. So B and A are actually reversed. So that's A, or that's the B button acting as A, and that's A there. The camera controls are something that I still really am not a fan of in this game. There we go, we got some coinage there. So, I mean, it feels natural to use this controller with this, but it's also one of those things that I don't think this game controls very well. But that, again, is just my own personal thought on the game itself. Has nothing to do with how the controls are working here. So, I mean, overall, the performance is good. I would not classify it as great, simply because of things like not being able to get to the home screen right from your GameCube controller, and the fact that it is not compatible with the Wavebird. Now that I kind of see how it is set up and what it is doing, it makes sense that the Wavebird essentially keeps disconnecting, although other adapters have been able to use the Wavebird controller. So that is something I would like to see Hyperkin address in a future firmware update. Since it does have that USB-C port on the side, I think it would be possible. But I would also, not say that it's a definite. But yeah, overall, I think that the adapter is a neat concept. It's definitely more of a novelty, though, to me than something that I could see using each and every time that I play on my Switch. I do love the GameCube controller, but it's not something like I have to be able to play on my Switch. This is comfortable, it does work well, but it also has some limitations. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to save our game here, and we're going to wrap it up. So there's our look at the Hyperkin HyperPodium for the Nintendo Switch to allow you to connect GameCube controllers to your Switch. What do I think about it? Well, it's very clean how everything integrates into the Switch Dock. There are other solutions out there that utilize some sort of USB hub that just has a long cable and the 4 ports on it. It eliminates all of that clutter. It self-contains everything right up next to your Switch Dock itself. Now, third-party docks probably not going to work just because of the way that this mounts to the Switch Dock itself. You just don't have the clearance unless you flip it upside down or angle it, just ways that you don't really want to do. Also, I'm not very impressed, impressed isn't the right word, I'm a bit concerned, I will say, about how much wobble there is in the Switch as it sits on top of the HyperPodium. There is a chance that either that USB connector could get broken off if it falls in your Switch itself, and God forbid it could actually go ahead potentially brick your Switch if you have a voltage interruption at the wrong time. I don't think it's going to happen. It's very unlikely to happen, but it could possibly happen, so that is something to kind of be aware of. There's also just basic features missing from this as well. There's no home button. If you are in a game, you want to get back to the home menu, you have no way to do that. Very similar because of the nature of the GameCube controller itself. There's no way if you are in the NES Online or Super NES Online set of games, you can't get back to the main menu from your GameCube controller. Now, again, that's something native in the overall design of the GameCube controller that this doesn't directly affect. But having some sort of a button press combination figured into it would have been nice, or even just a home button on the side of here where if I walked up, boop, hit it, and be able to go ahead and get back to the home screen would be nice too. The controller ports are extremely tight, I will say that. Whether we're talking about the original wired controller, that Hori pad, or even though it didn't work, the Wavebird controller, and that's another thing. Wavebird did not work, and there are other solutions out there where the Wavebird will work. I don't know what's going on there. I have my theories about how the dongle doesn't have constant power if it's not receiving a signal. That may connect and disconnect it. Not sure, because again, there are other adapters out there that you can use the Wavebird with your Switch, and this did not allow that to happen. Again, potential. This is not something that I would personally see as a need, but I'm also not someone, I'm not playing Smash Brothers competitively. I'm not playing, when I'm playing Mario Kart, I'm more than happy using the Pro Controller. And even games like Super Mario Sunshine here, like, it's okay to play with a GameCube controller, but I think what they have done on this and remap the controls and everything for the Pro Controller, I do actually prefer playing on the Pro Control. That's just me. But these are just my opinions. I want to know what you think, and I mean that. I want to know your opinion down below in the comment section. Is this something that you've been looking forward to, that you've wanted to pick up? Or do you have otherwise that you are connecting your GameCube controllers to your Nintendo Switch? I really want to know. Now, if you do want to pick one of these up, I will have a link down below to where you should be able to pick these up through CastlemaniaGames.com. Ryan carries a variety of different Hyperkin products. If these are not on the site yet, they should be soon. The cool thing over at CastlemaniaGames.com too is you earn what's called Castle Cash, where the more you spend, the more you earn towards future purchases. And Castle Cash, it's just like cash. If you have $10 in Castle Cash to spend, you've got $10 to spend in the castle. No exclusions or anything like that. Super, super cool. You can also use promo code ROCKSOLID10 to save 10% off of most items on the website. Now that there are some exclusions too. And then, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you like what you see here, if you want to see more, always make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. That way every time we upload new content, you are kept the most informed and up to date, especially about new videos, old videos, past videos, live streams, just like these. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to support the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so by visiting our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you'll get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. You can also become a channel member here on YouTube for as little as $1.99 a month, and with that, you get a badge next to your name when you comment or post on the channel, and you are acknowledged whether you are a channel member or a Patreon supporter at the end of each and every one of our videos. You can also support the channel by visiting our Teespring store on screen now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, masks, cell phone cases, and much more. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.